Okay, I want to go over some prices and also some tax advantages of living in St. Barts. I actually live in St. Kitts, and I can look out my window on a clear day, and I can look out to the left, and I can see just barely St. Barts in the distance. And I wanted to kind of give you an idea on the comparison on the prices in St. Barts versus St. Kitts, and go roughly some of the tax laws here. And it's a beautiful place to live. It does have some advantages. I'm going to go over some advantages and disadvantages it's got. Let's go over the real estate prices. I actually looked at some of the cheaper prices, and I'll tell you something too. There's not a lot of cheap properties over in St. Barts. In fact, there's no cheap properties at all. In fact, I did a comparison and looked around the world, and I think the only place I could find that was more expensive cost per square foot than St. Barts was maybe Monaco, and there's not that much difference between the cost in Monaco than it is in St. Barts. Just to give you a comparison, I took just on 3 properties, and I took cheaper properties so you could get a better picture of what the cost would be on lower end properties. These were apartments that were in St. Barts. Just an apartment that's 1,367 square feet with a 2-bedroom is 3.5 million euros, not US dollars, but euros. So it's going to be a lot more than that in US dollars, depending on the euro exchange rate with the US at the time you check it out. If you there was another one I looked at, 1,749,000 euros for 664 square feet. I mean, that's like a box. That's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. And the first one that I gave you on cost per square foot, because that's really what you want to look for, was 2,560 euros per square foot. The second one was 2,634 euros per square foot. I had looked at Monaco not too long ago, and it's not that much difference than that. Villa that I looked at was it was 1.9 million. It only had 784 square feet. It was like an apartment villa. It was a 2-bedroom and 1-bath, and the cost per square foot was 2,423 euros per square foot. Now, that's on real estate. I want to give you the cost just on some food items and give you an idea, because if you're living there long term, you can cringe going out and eating out, and even eating in is very expensive. Just to give you an example, in St. Kitts you can get a dozen eggs, and for like $4 US. In St. Barts it's like $13.50. A beer will run you, like a pint size will run you around $8 US. A full chicken in St. Kitts you can get for probably rotisserie chicken. You can probably pick it up for around, I'd say around $6 US. $41.87 for a full chicken. And we're talking about one that's not even cooked. This is how expensive it is there to get. A pack of cigarettes, $27 US. 2 pounds of apples, $8.10. A bottle of red wine, 53 US dollars. Just a thing of yogurt, 12, almost 13 US. You're looking at a can of baked beans, $8.64. Just a liter of milk, $9.18. Going to a fast food restaurant, 27 US dollars. I mean, these are the type of prices we're looking at. To give an example, in a comparison, I gave you figures around 2,600 euros per square foot. I sold a property in St. Kitts not too long ago for 33 US dollars a square foot versus 2,600 euros per square foot. There's a huge difference. So the thing is, there's not that much difference in the distance. It's like 50 miles away. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. I tell people all the time. People tell me that St. Kitts properties are high. They don't know what they're talking about. They're comparing property in St. Kitts with Texas or Mississippi. Compare it with islands in the Caribbean. That's where you compare it with. Now, over 50% of the people in St. Barts speak English. Almost 100% speak English in St. Kitts. So, there's and we've got roughly around 50,000 people in St. Kitts and Nevis. 40,000 is in St. Kitts, 10,000 is in Nevis. St. Barts has got about the same number of people, 10,000, as Nevis does. But I mean, this is what you're talking about. You're talking about this is all the movie stars go to St. Barts. Some of them come here to St. Kitts, but it's become a big movie star destination. And so what happens is you get a lot of people that pick the place because I guess they figure they're going to see a movie star or something there, and they end up paying just really premium prices. But you're going to end up paying a lot on everything that you eat there. It's a very, very expensive place. Let me go over just briefly on some of the tax laws. If you buy a property, the stamp duty is roughly 6.5%. You'll end up paying, and I went over some stuff with a lawyer there. They have not just a stamp duty, but they've got a capital gains tax. So they got one of the highest capital gains taxes of any place I've seen anywhere in the world. You're looking at, it's 35% on your own home, but if you get a rental property, you have to pay an extra tax that ends up being around 52% capital gains tax. That's the highest capital gains tax of any place I've ever seen. Now, when you go to St. Barts starting off, you can actually work there tax-free if you set up a company there. That's a St. Barts company, and it's at least a 5-year-old company that you bought. So if you do that, you can bypass the 5-year period that you have to live there and pay French taxes, because otherwise if you're living there for the first 5 years, you have to pay French taxes, which is very high. And you can bypass it by setting up a St. Barts company and then going where the company's at least 5 years old. Then you can start from day one paying St. Barts taxes, which is zero on their income tax. Now, I did check with, I had some discrepancy with the realtor there, and I checked with a lawyer in St. Barts, and he told me, the realtor told me something different, but I checked with a lawyer, and the taxes, they do charge taxes on worldwide income or capital gains and dividends that's outside the country. That's what he told me. So, these laws change constantly in different islands, so you have to, we'd have to look at the time that you're actually wanting something there. We actually deal with St. Barts. We deal with over 100 different countries that we deal with. I personally would like St. Kitts better than St. Barts. The income taxes laws are a lot better in St. Kitts, and the prices are a lot cheaper in St. Kitts. There's no comparison on the prices. Food, real estate, I mean, it's just no comparison. I would much rather live in St. Kitts with the tax laws and the cost of living than St. Barts. Now, if you get a passport in St. Barts, you're basically, it is a French overseas territory, so you're traveling basically on a French passport. And the visa-free travel would be better than a St. Kitts passport. Now, St. Kitts does have more visa-free travel than any of the fast-track programs in the Caribbean. In fact, now they've got, with the new inclusion of the new recently added visa-free countries, it actually has the best visa-free travel, tied with Barbados, with around 162 visa-free countries, visa-free or visa-free on arrival countries and territories. Now, the problem with St. Barts is if you bypass the first 5 years and you don't pay any income tax from day one because you bought a company that was a St. Barts company that was at least 5 years old, and you're avoiding taxes right away. The problem is you can't apply for the passport after 5 years, since you've qualified as living in St. Barts and residing there since you bought that 5-year-old company. Otherwise, it's 10 years if you didn't do that before you can apply for the passport. The problem with that is you're going to have to pass a French test, and French is it's not an easy language to learn. So if you're wanting that passport, and remember too, residency by investment programs are not guaranteed. It only gives you the option to apply after 10 years if you didn't set up the St. Bart's company for the first 5 years, so you can apply for the citizenship after 10 years. But you're going to have to pass that French test, and then maybe or maybe not you get the passport. But these are some things that you're going to have to think about because it is a very expensive place to live. If you want to learn more on this, folks, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. Hit the top bar that says apply with us, fill out the questions. Hit that bottom bar that says send it to us. We deal with over 100 citizenship by investment, residency by investment countries all over the world. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the right of your screen right here, and the notification bell next to it, and you'll get new videos automatically as they come out. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below. And I'll look forward to talking to you in the next video. Take care, folks.